What is up, gang, and welcome back to your ninth Python 3 tutorial in the series. So in today's video we're going to be doing for loops. We're going to be doing loops, but we are starting with for loops. So what we're going to need to start this up is just a basic collection of data, because a loop will allow you maybe to circle through some collection of data and do something with it. So let's create a collection of data which is going to be vegetables. So this I'm just going to put in, I'm not sure if all these are vegetables, but okay. I'm going to do tomatoes, broccoli, and cabbage. And let's add maybe a cucumber. Okay, that's it for our collection of data. Okay, let's say we wanted to print every vegetable in here. So we could just do the simple print and pass in vegetables, but we don't want to do that. This is how we're going to do this with a for loop. I'm going to say for vegetable. This isn't specific, you can use anything. You can say for X, for Y, for Z, anything, but I'm going to do for vegetable because it sounds better. In vegetables, then close that like such. Then say for every vegetable in the list of vegetables, print vegetable. So it's going to circle through this list and it's going to print, what is this? Tomatoes, broccoli, cabbage, and cucumber, one after the other. So let's run this. Tomatoes, broccoli, cabbage, cucumber. So that's all fine. Let's clear that. And then okay, so what if we are not doing anything with this, but what if we wanted to print an index of this? So you remember the indentation, the variable indexing? That's how we can still do this in this for loop. We can say, I want you to scan through all these vegetables. Let me comment this out. We can do another for loop that says for vegetable in vegetables, but not just the whole thing. I want you to scan through and go from the first index to maybe the third index. We indented this, so obviously that's why there's an error. Okay, should be fine now. So what we want to do is print back the vegetable. So what it's essentially going to do is go through vegetables, then scan. What do I mean? It just goes from index 1, 2, and then 3, but it will emit 3. You remember the index, so it's just going to print out broccoli and cabbage because this is index 0, so it will be skipped, and broccoli will be printed, cabbage will be printed, then this is index 3, which is omitted once you use this, unless we do something like 1 to 4. Then that way cucumber can make it to this list. So broccoli, cabbage, and cucumber. Hopefully that's what you've understood that. Let's do one more what if, so that we can check for something. Actually utilize this. So let me just comment this out. let's say for vegetable in vegetables, check, and let's do an if statement. Check if the vegetable is equal to, this is the comparison operator, and let's do broccoli. And if you do find broccoli in our list, let's say this is a store, a grocery shop, please let the user know, the shopper, what am I talking about? Let the shopper know that we are out of broccoli. So what am I going to do? I'm going to use a formatted string like before. So we put the F before the quotations, then we just say out of stock. Then we just have to pass in within the string the variable vegetable, and that's it. And then we should do an else statement. If there is no broccoli within the list, then just print back to the user all the shopper all the vegetables we have. So vegetable, one by one, all our vegetables printed back to the user one after the other. Okay, so let's run this, and tomatoes, and then once it gets to broccoli, it lets the shopper know that we are out of stock. Let me change broccoli, let me remove one L and run this, so that broccoli won't be found, and so we'll just print back all the vegetables available in the store. Okay, perfect. But what if you wanted to stop this so that it looks for broccoli, but once it finds it, it doesn't continue, it stops the loop? So what you do is use a break statement. So what this essentially does is, once whatever condition you set is found, once it loops through the list and finds broccoli, then it stops there. So that means cabbage and cucumber won't be printed out. So let's run this and see it for ourselves. So there, tomatoes and broccoli, which is out of stock, but after that nothing else is printed out. Okay, so that's it for for loops. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I'll see you guys in the next one.